or you may not, believe in reincarnation, karma, or spirits. I also don't believe it. I know. Hi, I'm Meire Yamaguchi, and today we'll talk about karma. From the quantum point of view, you can understand karma as an informational field with crystallizations which can block the flow of life. Studying cases of past life hypnosis, Buddhism, Christianity, and Spiritism, there is a contact with the spirits through mediumship. Besides having my own spiritual experiences, I was able to distinguish 3 laws of how karma helps us to return to the source. None of them is punishment. I see it as an opportunity. The first law is law of action and reaction. You reap what you sow. As researchers of our experiences, we explore the consequence of actions, us as tormentors and us as victims, until we have understood the creative power we have. Then we need to clean all the harmful consequences of our ignorance. But in the soul's accounting, the accounts are settled. The second law is law of integrity. Illuminate our shadows. Parts of your soul are trapped in eternal moments of fear, anger, and powerlessness. Even if forgotten, they need to be nurtured and suck energy and vitality from your actual personality. The shamans call this part as fragments of the soul. Psychoanalysts call them shadows. In hypnosis, we participate in a real rescue of these lost parts. In today's life, these crystallized stories repeat in conflicts and illness or bad karma. So karma will continue to come back again and again because it's part of your energy until you are able to decrystallize it. And the third law is law of the unity. We are all one. You may think you're separate from your family or the world, but the reality is that you are part of the family body through these genes you share with your relatives and the information field they form. Epigenetics, the science that studies the factors that alter the expression of genes, explain that molecules created in a traumatic event pass up to 5 generations. Therefore, we share the family fate and its cure. By healing yourself, you are healing your family. And we also participate in the collective destiny, directly affected by the social order, events such as wars, economic crises, or natural disasters. If we are part of collective energy, that means we can't harm others without harming ourselves first. So we participate in and suffer the consequences of karma until we transmute all this energy we create. Is it possible to end karma? Yes. But there are 3 main obstacles. The first is powerlessness, and the thought that you are a victim of fate. You're not a victim, and what happens to you cannot define who you are. The chance for you to learn to see the world through God's eyes. Instead of being paralyzed in why, think what for. An example of this happened in World War II. 2 Jews were in a concentration camp. One felt miserable and thought he could never have a life after what he was seeing and experiencing. After release, he was trapped in the why, and he felt injustice and deep bitterness that make him unhappy for the rest of his life. The other man lived in the same situation, but he decided that he would live his life full, no matter what enemies did to him. He did not deny his experiences of thorns. Instead, he continued to make plans to give meaning to his life. He concentrated on what for, and he never stopped loving life and feeling his value. This man is Viktor Frankl, the father of logopedic logos therapy, or meaning. He transformed his suffering, helping and teach others how to overcome the most horrible trials. And the second obstacle to overcome karma is that you think that past cannot be changed. Trauma is the energy crystallized in pain. However, when we eliminate the negative emotions, I notice that the horrible images of trauma changes until it becomes neutral and scarcely focused. So the past of pain, as you remember, no longer exists. The energy is no more crystallized and cannot be activated. Therefore, there is no more repetition. It is the end of this karma. And the third obstacle is that we think that it takes too long. For some spiritualists and psychoanalytical schools, ending with trauma is almost impossible. We only think we can do it, accept and learn to live with it. But in the new paradigm of energy psychology and quantum hypnosis, a trauma can disappear in few minutes. We discover that it's not time that heals, it's consciousness, forgiveness, and love. And the fourth point is not knowing how to do it. Many masters and wise men came to teach us how to do it. From Buddha to Jesus, from Eckhart Tolle to Louise Hay. We never had so much story in humanity, so much possibility and techniques to release karma and negative emotions. We live in a magic moment in planet Earth, having contact with all sorts of knowledge and created through the eras. And the challenge here is you to find your own way. And the answers are inside of you. But how can we finish with karma? We can follow our ego and learn through suffering in a slow and eternal process. Or we can actively heal the karma through expansions of consciousness in two ways, a linear one or a quantic one. In the linear way, first, start by your actual challenges. Each challenge carries the wisdom and light inside. So see the trauma and negative emotions and challenge your beliefs. Challenge how you perceive reality and how reality operates in your life. Second, learn about power of forgiveness. Forgive yourself and release all negative emotions on guilt. In the stillness of the being, forgive others and ask for forgiveness. And third, on each conflict you have, find a solution based on love for others and yourself. In a quantic way, recognize karma energy fields, the products of its creation, and use the incarnation, the physical body, to transmute those energies. We can contact the higher self with beyond quantum hypnosis and when we ask about the sense of life, it tells us that it is to learn to love yourself and become conscious creation. So we are conscious creators, and if we learn the laws and have to use it through love, karma that we produce will disappear. And karma is everything that goes against love. You can learn more about it in my website www.meireyamaguchi.com. I'm Meire Yamaguchi and Karma Coach. See you next time.